What's up, Taekwondoistas? Hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday. Welcome to my Taekwondo journey, where I talk about how I use Taekwondo in my daily life and how to improve your Taekwondo and your daily practice and everything related to life in general as a martial artist. Okay, so today I wanted to do a short video on something that will improve your training, and that is keeping a training journal. It's actually quite funny because before I started Taekwondo, or before I even wanted to start Taekwondo, I found this journal on sale, and it's from Target, and it says here, I don't know if you can read this, but it says, "You were made for this." Had no idea, I just saw it completely, great price, very discounted, very good price. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy this and use it as a gratitude journal. But then I started Taekwondo and something told me, keep a training journal. For some reason, I don't really keep a training journal for my yoga or something, or kickboxing when I did kickboxing, but something told me to do a training journal for Taekwondo. And I think it's a great practice if you want to understand what you're learning. And here's what I put in it. You can obviously put whatever you feel like in it. When I first started, I put everything from the Korean words that I learned, from the practices that I learned, like before you're doing a poomsae, for instance, or when you start a class, I would write that, okay, you need to bow towards instructor, bow towards the Korean flag. I would write this down, just like in the beginning. But as I went on, I started to write down the exercises and the combinations that I learned, and the points that my instructor would say on them, like raise your knee up very high before a kick, chamber back, all this stuff. Let's just go through what's in it. So it's like going through my secret journal. Here goes. Not really secret. Even though it's funny, I opened this journal and I found this message and it said top secret. Anyway, there's just other notes from Taekwondo. I don't know why I put top secret. But this is what's in here. Like in the beginning, I put, okay, at Taekwondo school it's called a dojang. The professor's called a sabonim. Taekwondo uniforms are called a dobak, like the stuff that I learned here. And then I have how to count in Korean, 1 through 12, I believe. I put what I learned. My first Taekwondo form or poomsae I learned was the Taeguk Iljang, and that is the first chapter in the Taeguk series of 8 chapters. I put some notes on how to make a good punch. As I go through the lessons, I just put the kicks that I practiced here, the blocks that I practice here, and then this gives me a good structure to practice on my own. I can just look up, okay, so I did the low block all the way down, the low block in front stance, low block in walking stance, then now I do the low block in a back stance. I just like to help practice it as much as you can. I also have here how to do a hook kick, all the lessons that I learned and the things like the training exercises that my instructor taught me to do outside of the dojang. And now this is what it looks like, basically what I do now. I basically run through I know the warm-up pretty well. I don't need to write the warm-up anymore. So I just write the exercises that we learned, the combinations, the blocks, and then right below it I have notes that he would say, like the front kick needs to snap upwards with the ball of the foot, all that kind of stuff, and not a teep like we do in Muay Thai. Let's see what else. Sometimes here I put footwork, and I note that this is for competition and sparring. So different things for different parts of Taekwondo. So the footwork I know is for sparring that I do and for competition. And I also have a lot of technique and combination kicks here and poomsaes that I work on. So just something to keep track of your training. You can also see how you're improving if you keep the journal. And I also, it's funny, so I would say it's funny, but it's not really funny, it's actually truth. So yesterday I was listening to the latest podcast from Sensei Ando, and I think it's number 61, and he mentioned practicing. The best thing you can do in a practice is to essentially feel how you feel, like note how you're feeling as you're doing the moves. So like, I think this helps in the journal as well, if you want to also write down how you're feeling when you're doing the moves. And he explains it a lot better in his podcast, but the whole point of trying to make is use the exercise and the martial art to find out more about yourself. And that's why I started Taekwondo, to find out more about myself. So if I get in touch with my feelings, I'm not letting the martial art run me. I'm running the martial art, and I'm learning about myself as I'm going through the kicks. Because I noticed that at first, when I would be doing the hook kick, you know, I'd be so angry at myself for not like swinging my foot back. So that's a feeling. Like, notice how you react to adversity and how you react to things that are difficult for you. And now I've found that I'm more relaxed. Like, if I'm doing the hook kick and it's not like all of a sudden maybe I miss a target, I'm like, oh cool, it's okay, you know, just try again, relax. Just relax, just notice how you feel, and notice how your thoughts change throughout the trainings as you go on month and month and month. Journal is a great way to keep track of that, not only for your feelings and your mental development, but also, as I use it for, primarily for technique and combination, so you don't forget, and points that your instructor makes so you don't forget. So it is proven that when you write things down, you actually remember a whole lot more. So hope you guys enjoyed this tip, and hope it will improve your martial arts or any kind of exercise that you practice or anything else in life. Take care, and if you like this video, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.